Hey, what's happening, Ward Wrestling Live? We are here again, and don't mind if I stutter, a little nervous. I got another unbelievable legend on here. I'm just absolutely honored. It's two-time Olympian, Olympic silver medalist, world bronze and silver medals, Pan Am gold, three-time NCAA champ, four-time All-American at Iowa, four-time Big Ten champ, college career of 162, 9-1. That doesn't suck. Head coach, high school was a three-time state champ, 102, 6-1. And he spent 25 years as the head coach at Powerhouse, Wisconsin. It's Coach Barry Davis. Just an absolute honor to have you on, sir. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on your show. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you hitting me back. Not a lot of people call back, so thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And man, first of all, talk about these crazy times.
Yeah, it's a crazy time for our country. We got to adjust. We got to adapt, just like you do in a sport of wrestling. You got to make changes in your wrestling and your style. So it's no different here. You got to adapt to the situation and strive on to be the best you can be. Positive attitude, positive mindset, and just move forward.
Absolutely. And I know that you're involved in a lot of things right now. You've got your nutrition company, right, that you're big involved in. And then I always see on Facebook, I always see you with all this Gable Gold stuff. So maybe talk, before I get into some of my questions, go ahead and talk about your nutrition company, your Gable Gold. Let us know what's going on in your life.
Yeah, I retired from Wisconsin, and I work for a company called Silver Nutrition, all natural protein company. You've got products from a weight gainer to medium growth, gut health, to a vegan product, endurance product. We have a multiple variety of proteins. Again, we take a whole foods approach to our company, and it's all natural. And we just signed on Coach Dan Gable, former Hawkeye coach, probably the greatest coach of all time in any sport. We make his product now, and you can find us at silverstarnutrition.com. Take a look at it, look at the protein, look what we have to offer. I think you'll enjoy every product that we have. And again, we're all about giving athletes an edge, anybody an edge, whole foods approach, whole food ingredients with our products.
Oh, awesome. And I know you're doing some things with Dan. You spoke about it before we went on. Other than I did watch a video where you did state that he's afraid to wrestle you.
Yeah, I say that now, but I didn't say that at the time when I was in the room with him. But I see, tell you what, I'm glad I never did wrestle the guy, because I see when he did the Randy Lewis and Eddie Bannick, woo, it was the best of the best. But yeah, we still get along really well. We joke a lot. I spend a lot of time with him. A great coach, great mentor. He's still someone I look up to each and every day, and couldn't find a better individual to be around.
Yeah, I spoke to Mr. Klingman, that used to be the director of the Dan Gable Museum and all that stuff, and he said that he says he's met Mr. Gable so many times, but every time he meets him, he's more in awe of him because he just continues to surprise.
Oh yeah, he does, and he's definitely a motivator, that's for sure. He's always looking to find an edge in everything he does, and it's nothing but the best. And he wants to be around the best too. So every time you see him, he's got something new to motivate you as an individual, and that's a great thing. A little bit of Gable Gold inside you every day is a good thing.
I like it. So I tried to read a little bit up on you and get some research, and I saw that somebody when you were younger that really meant a lot to you was Coach Jim Kimball. He was your high school coach, I believe, and your youth coach. And man, talk about what he meant to you and through your life and your wrestling career.
Well, I had two coaches. One was Ron James, and then Coach Kimball was the assistant. And then my senior year, Coach Kimball was the head coach. I still take in touch with both gentlemen, but just great guys, great motivators. when I went from high school to college, workouts weren't much the same. I mean, about the same, because again, the way we trained in high school, it's almost the same way we trained at Iowa. Just, higher level of competition, but the work ethic, the mindset, the level of intensity was pretty high. And at one time at Iowa, we had 7 kids from my high school team in the Iowa wrestling room at one time training.
Wow. So you really already had that experience.
Yeah.
I was going to say that what was the transition like going from, that's one of my questions, going from high school wrestling to the best college wrestling team in the country at the time with, arguably the greatest wrestler of all time in your corner. What was it like to, were you in awe or was it like just business as usual?
Well, I mean, Lenny Zaleski, one of my high school teammates and college teammates, attended Iowa. So I think when I was a freshman, I believe Lenny was a senior in high school. And he was down at Iowa. He had another brother named Jimmy Zaleski, was a year ahead of me, 3-time national champion. And then Larry Zaleski in the same grade. So Lenny went down there, set the pace for everybody else at Prairie High School. So knowing Lenny, and he came back to our room and worked out a couple of times, during Christmas break. And then Jimmy went down there and had a chance to go watch those guys compete, watch those guys wrestle, be around those guys. So they set the tone of everything else. So by going down, I feel like I was right back at home again in the Prairie High School room. But it's just a different level of athletes with a higher intensity level. And went from state champs to all Americans, national champions, Olympians. So the workout, I want to say pace, but the mindset was the same at high school and the college, but just a lot higher level of competition, just had to rise to the occasion. But the Lusky boys set the pace for everybody else, and we just kind of followed those guys.
Wow. And you obviously had a great high school career, 3-time state champ, not too many losses there. You transitioned into Iowa and man, what a career there. 3 national titles. Man, talk about your time at Iowa, what it meant to you. And obviously you've created a lifetime of relationships. You and Gable are still hanging together.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I had a great time. College was a lot of fun for me as an athlete. Got the chance to again, just compete at the college level, being around some great individuals, guys that are highly motivated, and guys that want to win at the highest level, at the Olympic level. Rainey Lewis, Ed Bennett, Lou Bennett, they're all Olympic champions in '84. Had a chance to be their teammates on that team. So at that time, '84, 40% of the guys on that team came from Iowa.
Wow.
So yeah, great group of guys. I took us a lot of great friendships from those guys as well too. We talk a lot. I get a chance now to go watch, Coach Brands and Terry and Tom both coach at the college level. I still attend some of their dual meets down in Iowa City. I'm fortunate to go back in the room, and they let me come in the room and watch practice and be part of ongoing history in the University of Iowa. So yeah, we're a pretty tight-knit group. We're always pulling for each other to win and be the best they can be. And Iowa made a great run last year. Hope they make another great run this year, which I think they will.
Yeah, they're definitely reloading. They've got some studs coming in the room.
Yeah.
Good to see. I had Brettley Reyna on, who's coming your way at Iowa, and I had Mr. Lugo on, who obviously we know what he's doing. He's lighting the world on fire, and so a couple of Florida boys up there at the highest level. So good to see that. And what would you tell young men today about being prepared for the transition from high school to college?
Well, you got to get prepared that you're not going to be the best guy in the room right away. So if things may not go your way right away, it may have not only be able to win every wrestling practice or be a score like you want to, but it's time to adjust and adapt and to continue come with the right mindset, willing to learn, put yourself in different situations to learn those situations and grow from it. You gotta learn to adapt. And maybe, this is your best step to a single, but maybe find different ways to get to the leg. So just one or two ways, maybe find 4 or 5 ways to get to it, and different ways to finish. So it's all about adjustments and spending time in the room outside of practice, figuring out how to finish a single leg or double leg or get off the bottom. So take what you have right now, your foundation, and expand off of that and just continue to build. Ask questions, put yourself in situations to learn. If you're working with somebody, what am I missing here on this setup or on this finish here? So if they're your teammates, they're your family, so you got to ask questions and do that and learn and seek advice. But recover the right way, take care of your body, because again, it's a higher level, higher intensity. So make sure you spend time take care of that body and recover the right way, because that's very important. That body's got to hold up, because now you're wrestling men. So just boys, you're wrestling men every day. And learn to enjoy it, learn to adapt to it, but accept the challenge and work your way through it, because your time will come. So, but just keep that mindset. I got to learn, become better, and you're learning something that way. You're growing and having fun, and you get a little bit frustrated. That's okay. That's going to happen, but just continue on that mindset and goals that you have in the sport, and grow from there.
All right, great advice. And you obviously took that advice yourself. You had a great college career. So you got to experience, you were a 2-time Olympian. You got to go off to the Olympics and enjoy that experience. I had Dennis Hall on.
Oh yeah, good friend. We talk all the time. Yeah.
And, man, the intensity when he started talking about the the Olympics, man, and especially that match where he got the silver medal in Kazakhstan, and the Kazakhstan guy got him, and man, the intensity just through the computer, I was like, wow, this guy's something.
You talk to Dennis Hall, you can feel intensity, can't you? The guy still has it. He still brings it.
Oh man, he was like, I could have killed that guy when I saw him throw up that Kazakhstan flag.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's what made Dennis who he is, and that's who he is to this day. He hasn't changed. He strives for perfection. He wants the best of everybody, and it's a standard he lives by, and I love that standard.
Yeah, it was definitely an honor to speak with him. But I mean, he told me about his experience, and I'd love to hear yours. He had mentioned, initially getting to the Olympics the first time, he was like business as usual until he saw that torch lit, and then he said he broke out in sweats. He was like, "Oh man, I'm really here."
Well, mine started with, your goal was being an Olympian, being Olympic champion, all those things. But I realized things are different when we went out for the Grand March. I mean, the open ceremonies, you walk out in the LA Stadium there and look around, you got 100,000 people in the stands. You're marching with all these other countries. You're the last country to go in because you're the host country. It's like, wow, this is unbelievable. You got the greatest from all over the world here in one Coliseum on TV worldwide with 100,000 people in the stands. You got movie stars to actors, and it's, wow, this is totally unreal. But when that was done, and all that closed up, and then Olympics started, we just kind of back at task at hand.
Was it your first? Was it your first Olympics or your second that you medaled?
First. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, talk about it.
Well, in fact, we stayed in the Olympic Village at the time, and I think it might have been the UCLA campus. So, and the swimming pool was right outside there, inside the village. So we watched the Olympic swimming on TV go on. We turned the TV volume down, open the windows, you can hear all the people screaming. It's just right outside. You just look out the window. There they are right there. We're like, I don't know how many floors up, maybe 10 or 12 floors up in the dorm there. We could see swimming pool right there, hear the noise, everything going on. We're watching it live, but no volume, open window, we could hear everything right there. We didn't know noise on the TV.
That's so cool.
You're walking around, you're seeing people like Mary Lou Retton, the gymnastics team, the swimming team. You see people from all over the world, former athletes, track athletes, weightlifters. You're seeing the best of the best walk around like Olympic Village. Like, hey, this is just a normal thing.
That's pretty
So
cool, huh?
You got to rub shoulders with the best people in the world for 2 weeks in Olympic Village.
So, man, tell us about that final match.
Ooh, that's tough to talk about to this day.
Yeah, you know, Dennis told me the same thing. So he said, after that match, you could have taken my silver medal and thrown it in the garbage. I didn't really care. He said, but today it's pretty cool to look at.
No, you're right, because you strive for the gold because that's what you want. That's what you work for and train for. At the time, you're like, you just got a major loss at trying to be the best of the best at the Olympic level. You get a medal, 10 minutes when you get done, you're not thinking about silver medal. You're thinking about, man, what can you get differently in this match? And yeah, that's what you're thinking about. But now, as time goes on, you think, you know what? You took second in Olympic Games, and I took second in the world once, third in the world once. So, a pretty good career, and a chance to travel the world and compete with the best of the best. And I would like to have been one step higher, but it just didn't happen. But I can look back and get, you know what? Had a great career, had a chance to travel around the world at no cost, competing against the best athletes ever, and it was a great time. But yeah, I think about that loss maybe once every 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure at the time you probably felt the same way Coach Hall did, but I'm sure now you look back and go, wow, that was pretty cool. Silver medal in the Olympics doesn't suck.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, but you still feel a little bit of that sting. But here's the thing, though. This year they gave me one extra year to think about it because it wasn't 2020. That was 2021. So, I got a bonus. I get to wait 5 years now before I think about it again.
It's fun. When I talked to Coach, the Virginia Tech coach, Jared Frere, and the assistant over there. And he said that, he went to the Olympics as a starter one year, but he said it was the best time he had was going as an alternate because he didn't really have to focus on that. And he got the ability to go watch the gymnastics and go watch the swimming, go watch the basketball, take selfies with those guys. And he really got to experience being there as an Olympian on the alternate side was really fun. So it was cool. It's cool to hear the stories because it's amazing athletes at your level. Even the younger ones like, Spencer Lee or Yanni, or even the high school state champions I'm talking to this year. And you ask them that memorable match and it's never a match they won. It's always that one match that they were like, man, that guy beat me and it made me do this different. Or that guy beat me and it made me do this different. And I really have had yet to someone go, well, my most memorable moment was that, and I won it. It's always that athlete mentality where they're like, I was always chasing that guy and he was kicking my butt and I got better to beat him.
Well, I think, it's just, like sometimes your losses stand up more than your wins do. But again, I get, 3 world medals out of 5 times, or I guess 6 world medals out of 3 world medals. Let me see, 4 world medals out of 6 competitions. So actually, junior worlds, you can say 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medals out of 7 competitions. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
But again, you got to look back and see. I was very fortunate to be, one of 10 guys on the Olympic team every 4 years. So it's kind of a neat thing to say that you're an Olympian or Olympic medalist. Not too many people can say that. Again, a lot of great memories. I'm proud of what I did. And again, it'd be nice to have the gold medal, but it doesn't matter if it's bronze, silver, or gold. That doesn't make who I am as a person in my day-to-day life. Okay. I mean, you can be a gold medalist, but not have a bad attitude or not treat people right. But it's all about what are you doing in your day-to-day life to make others better? And that's why I look at things. My job is to make people around me better each and every day. If I'm doing that, I'm doing the right things. So no matter if I was an Olympic champion or silver medal or bronze medalist, as long as I'm making people around me better every day, giving them an opportunity to be successful in their life, I feel I'm doing a lot of great things right there.
That's awesome. Well, tell us about you spent 25 years at Wisconsin coaching there, doing a lot of big things. Tell us about your coaching career, your experience there, and I know I know you're down deep in the core. You're Iowa, but you got to bleed some red and white there. Spending 25 years at Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna be a Hawkeye through and through. Born and raised a Hawkeye, 20 miles down the road. That's where I wrestled and set my my groundwork there as a college athlete. A lot of great teammates, but yeah, had a great time at Wisconsin with a lot of really good guys. Great, a lot of got to coach a lot of great young men that I still stay in touch with today. I still live in Wisconsin. My daughters were born in Wisconsin, and I'm a volunteer coach down at a place called New Lisbon High School.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm still in touch with those guys. Like Coach Gable's in touch with me. I still text those guys, let them know I love them, care for them, how's things going. I'm always here for you. So I had a chance to compete at Iowa, coach at Iowa, then a chance to go somewhere else. And University of Wisconsin, coach there, and coach a lot of great athletes. Hopefully change their lives in a positive way.
That's awesome. Coach Bud Henenbaugh said, "Thanks for having Barry on." So another guy put the arm muscles up like real good. So before I get into my little 10-question thing I do, I want to ask you. We had Lee Kemp on, and people kept mentioning this whole Mount Rushmore of wrestling thing. So I want to ask you that: who's on that Mount Rushmore?
There's two ways you can look at it: college or internationally. I can look at two different ways.
All right, so let's say internationally first.
Internationally, you got to go with Gable for sure. Even though he's a World Olympic champion one time, I think he could compete again for another up to 76, even up to 80, and still won. So you got to go Gable, John Smith, Jordan Burroughs, Tom Brands. You could say other guys like Eddie Bank, Lou Bannick, Lewis. You got Kenny Monday. The other guys, I'd say Money was there too because he won multiple titles as well too. And Dave Schultz. I mean, there's a number of guys you could put on there. So how many are you looking for?
Hey, 4 is good. What about collegiately?
Well, collegiately, you got to go with the 4-timers. You still got to go with Gable, Cale Sanderson, Pat Smith, Dake. I say the kid from Ohio, Siebert.
That's pretty cool.
So multiple guys there too. So
it's awesome. So no Lee Kemp.
What about this? Kyle Snyder. He won an Olympic champion, won a world champion while in college. I mean, even though he didn't win it 4 times, he was on top of the scene in the world while still in college. That's pretty good.
Yeah, where would you put Lee Kemp and Dennis Hall on those lists? Top 10?
You could put Lee Kemp on Mount Rushmore because, again, he was the best of the best. I mean, we didn't get a chance to wrestle in 80. You could put him on there. If Lewis would have competed in 80, you could maybe put him on there as well, too. Dennis Hall in the Greco world. How many world champions are in Greco in the U.S.? Maybe 3. He's one of them. An Olympic bronze, silver medal. Come on. Olympic Mount Rushmore. Dennis Hall is right there.
It's awesome, man. It's so cool. I never imagined from my first show, April 6th, to now I'm sitting here talking to guys like you and Lee Kemp and Dennis Hall and Jared Frey. I mean, it's just incredible to me. I'm so honored to have someone like you on, and man, I just appreciate you taking the time out. I know, I'm not flow wrestling or anything like that. I'm just a guy trying to get the voice heard. So that to have a guy like you on, I'm just absolutely honored.
Well, I do my own show called Barry's Buzz. You go to silverstarnutrition.com. Now we're covering Gable's 21 straight conference championships, talking to multi-athletes about, all the way from 77 to 97, like Chuck Yeagler, Randy Lewis, Eddie Bannick, Dwayne Goldman, Heffernan, a lot of the Iowa guys, about his career. So what you're doing is this: you're giving back to the sport, educating kids throughout the country because of your show, give them the chance to understand, what's at a higher level, what it does for you from a discipline point of view, how it cares in your lifestyle, your academics, and in your personal life, and how important it is to work with other people to make them be a good teammate. So, yeah, you're doing a lot of great things. So I appreciate what you're doing. And we're all going to be forward track wrestling, but the key is getting the word out, giving kids opportunity to say, hey, you know what, you can achieve this level as well too. And if you're a wrestler, you're a special individual because you got to be smart to wrestle because it's a thinking man's sport. But let's do this. I tell kids this: if you're a wrestler in high school, and some kids have problems in high school, they go to the office, get disciplined by the principal. This is what you want the principal to say: hey, young man, we need to do? You need to join the wrestling team because you know what? Those guys get that on the mat, in the classroom. They've got good character, good work ethic, good leadership. Hang out with the wrestlers, not the football team, basketball team, baseball team, but with the wrestlers. That's what we need. We need our sport to be the leader in high school because anybody get the job done, we can.
I totally agree with you, and that's something that why I fell in love over the last two years with the sport, and why I started this. And we'll see where it ends up. I don't know if I can sustain 4 a day as wrestling opens up again here.
Whew, it's a lot.
But if I can at least do 1 or 2, that'll be enough. Right now, I'm still got 4 for the rest of the week, so I'm hanging in there. But I've got some of my little 10 questions. Are you ready? All right, beer brats or Wisconsin sausage?
I don't drink beer at all, but I like brats.
Okay, there we go. All right, Iowa chops or Iowa tenderloin?
Ooh, gotta go to the pork chops, man. Love them. Gotta do that for sure. I was
Butter,
raised on that stuff. Now, come on.
yeah, butter chicken or Cornish pastries?
Gotta go to the chicken, buddy. Love it.
Scotcheroos or Dutch letters?
Ooh, Scotcheroos. Yep.
Kringles or cream puffs?
Kringles. What are Kringles?
It's some dessert in Wisconsin
Kringles?
or Iowa. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of Kringles. Cream puffs. I'm not sure what a Kringle is. I'd probably go with the cream puff. How's that?
Yeah, I like cream puffs too.
How about this? You know what I really go for? There's a place called, let me see. It's a bakery in Madison called Lane's Bakery. Oh, yeah. I'll just do this. I'll go Lane's Bakery in Madison. Oof. Love donuts. Man,
Perfect. Let's do that. Lane's Bakery. Okay.
Give Lane's Bakery a shout out.
I like it. Iowa City or Cedar Rapids?
Well, Cedar is my hometown. Iowa City's where I competed. So let's say I got to go to my hometown first because that's where I grew up, went to high school, and that's where my family is. So 1 and 1A, how's that?
I like it. So the Harley or the Circus Museum?
Oh, got to go Harley, buddy. I used to have a motorcycle in college. I used to drive a Honda. Which one of the Harley, but maybe someday I might get one, but
There you go.
maybe just to punch around on, but not. I'd be really careful there.
All right, let's see. What do I have here? Oh, more prestigious, the 32 or the Fargo?
I got to go Fargo, I think. Well, you know what? 32 is big, but I think Fargo brackets are bigger. And I never won. Well, 32 wasn't around when I competed. I never won Fargo, but I would say Fargo.
Fargo was in Iowa City or something when you
Used to be, yeah. But again, Super 32 is folk style. But, we all wrestle folk style, but freestyle is a bit different. And again, that's the sport, freestyle is the sport of the Olympic Games. So I'm thinking Olympic Games, World Championships, I'm thinking freestyle Fargo, so I got to go Fargo.
I like it. Cheese curds or beer cheese soup?
Okay, I don't drink beer, so I don't think I maybe had like, I would have been in Wisconsin like 20 some years. Maybe had like 3 total cheese curds, I think, ever. So I couldn't tell you. I think most people would go, it's probably 50-50 in Wisconsin. So
Yeah, they like that cheese. So how
hey,
about
it's
this?
the best of the best. Say it again.
20 next season, NCAA. You taking Iowa or the field?
I got to go with Iowa right now. But again, you don't know. You got to stay healthy. Guys, got to rise to the occasion. Coach Prince had a great year this year. I think they were the team to beat. But he would say, hey, you know what? You still got to have the NCAAs and prove yourself. I think with the guys they got coming back, the depth they have, I think the team to beat as well too. But again, Brands wouldn't say that. Brands say, all right, guys, we got a job to do. It's going to train, get better each and every day. But I got to go with the Hawks right now.
So quick, 2 quick questions before we jump off. If NCAA wasn't canceled this year, does Pat Lugo win it all?
Well, I think was the number 1 guy. I think that he was a great season. I know the Ohio State gave a little bit of problems that way. He adjusted to that in the Big Tens. I think with the experience he's had and his mindset and matches he went through, I think he was totally prepared to win.
Nice. And then
I would have picked Lugo. I would have picked Lugo anyway. I think I can't bet against the Hawks, but I think Lugo was. I think he was ready here all the way around.
yeah.
And it showed the adjustment he made in the Big Ten finals. I still think his mindset. He still make adjustments in the NCAAs. So like confidence wise, skill wise, like he was going to be the man to beat.
Yeah, and I asked him, and he said, "In my mind, I want it all. I was ready to go
for sure."
And the young man Spencer Lee, how good is he? And what's the future for him? What are we going to see in the future?
Right now, Spencer Lee is just rolling through his weight class, dominating everybody at 125. I think the guy gets better every year. You can tell he just loves the sport. It's getting better all the time because he's creating that distance on his opponents. I think that ceiling is high for him. You look what he did, not wrestling freestyle for how long, but that qualifying time, look what he did there. So he seems to rise to the occasion and adapt to every situation he's put in. Comes out on top. So I think he's got a bright future. But again, I think he's, again, the type of guy that was looking to get better. He makes his teammates around him better all the time, was looking to learn. But when he competes, you can tell he really enjoys the sport. And I think he puts everything with the right personality, right attitude. So I wish that guy the best. He'd be one of the all-time greats.
Man, right now the intensity's got to be high in that room, huh? When you go in there, those guys got to be going at it.
Well, you got, Tom Brands, Olympic champ, world champ, Terry Brands, 2-time world champion. I think they bring the intensity into the room. The guys just rise to the occasion. But I think when we were at that time in college, we just thought we didn't think about it. We thought about how we're going to get better each and every day, and had a job to do and a show to put on, and making sure we're preparing for everything that was thrown at us. I don't think they think about, I got this guy in my room, or this guy. Hey, they're our teammates, looking to get everybody better, making everybody better. We got a job to do. It's just that, we're just a normal thing for them.
Yeah, they definitely got some studs, and they got some studs coming. So I look forward to seeing what they do next year. And again, Coach Davis, an absolute honor to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you replying, reaching out to me, giving me the phone call, and just thanks so much for jumping on. It was fun. And anybody you'd like to refer to the show or or anything, please, I'll message you my private cell, and feel
Sure.
free to jump on Word Wrestling Live and share the video, or have the young lady you just had there, she can get on
Mhm.
and share it all for you. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm honored.
Well, hey, you know what? Don't thank me. I thank you for all that you're doing, getting the word out about our great sport of wrestling, how we need to be leaders in the room, out of the room, in the community, in the classroom, and set example for everybody else. And you're giving a lot of young kids an opportunity to, you know, talk to some of the greatest wrestlers of all time and learn from them and how they live in their life, what it takes to be at this next level, how to go about your daily routine and daily business. So I was gonna say, hey, thanks to you and what you're doing. So keep it going, okay, Wade?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. You have a great day, and keep continuing to kick life's butt.
Plan on doing it. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, see you.